Welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. I am Spencer, and I am one of your hosts on this podcast that we do. And today, I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you a bracket. It is March after all.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon.
And of course, I am Jordan.
Now, before we get to the bracket, we must first tell you about the places where you can find us, reach us, contact us, and communicate with us because we love to hear from you. And Jordan is going to tell you about all of those places.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. We all there. We're at the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast or LMG
hmm
podcast. You can use either one of those. And that's how, you can quickly find us. Google us. We out there on the internet. And of course, don't forget to rate and review us on whichever the streaming services that you use. That always helps out. And like and subscribe, the whole YouTube thing. We're no YouTubers, so a lot of times that the episodes could be late dropping on YouTube, but we get it out there. But definitely check us out on Spotify or Apple. That's where you can definitely keep up with us the most. Of course, schedule updates on Mondays. The main podcast drops, and hopefully you check it out then. But on Tuesdays, bi-weekly, we have LMG presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That is Marvel role-playing games that we play here on the channel. Think of it like a Marvel version of D&D. By the time this episode comes out, we have just launched the next part of the adventure that we've been on in Cataclysm of Kang. So yeah, be sure and check that out. And then of course we have Wrestling with Worldwide Willis, the bi-monthly podcast at this point. But Brandon's coming back, he's coming back. Be sure and check out all those episodes as well. There's plenty of them in there because you can go back and watch old wrestling matches, right? Like
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a thing. Yeah.
So yeah, go back and watch WrestleMania 48, 45, 38.
We're on 41 this year.
I was close. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Brandon's
bro.
reviewed other WrestleManias, and be sure and check
Yeah.
those out. Then, of course, bi-weekly as well, we have DC Animation with Spencer and Friends. That is Spencer getting with his many friends, and they are reviewing the entire DC animated universe. Spencer, what's the next movie we got?
The next movie we will be reviewing, and we will be reviewing it this week, is Justice Society World War II.
There you go.
Hey.
I recently saw, I didn't watch it, but I saw it got, I think, good reviews. Batman Ninja 2, which I
Mm.
know the
Yeah.
animation was terrible, but I didn't see too terrible reviews on that one though.
Mm.
So I want the people to go listen to my review of Batman Ninja. Um, Watching the movie was a chore, but reviewing it was a great time.
Okay.
Um, and if the first one is any indication of how the second one will be, then yeah, that review is also going to be a good time. But the movie, I don't know if I can say the same.
Well,
But
yeah,
we're going to see what happens.
there you have it. So yeah, be sure and check that out. And that's everything we got.
Okay. Okay. So, it's March, and we know that that means March Madness. Everybody's doing brackets of all kinds, brackets of all sorts. And here at the league, we do a bracket whenever the fuck we want to.
hmm
But since it's March, we figured it was appropriate to do at least one bracket this month. And in the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, we talked about some of our favorite music from the 2000s. Today, we will be talking about animated movies from the 2000s. So, we have built a bracket of 16 animated films. These are all films released between 2000 and 2009. And all of these films are 3D animation. There is one film in particular well, there are two films in particular that we specifically decided not to include because we've talked about them at length. We did not include The Incredibles, and we did not include Shrek
hmm
because those two would have 100% been in the finals. There was no way around it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there was no need to do that.
Right.
So we have come up with 16 films. They have been randomly seeded, and we are just going to run this bracket. So, as is always the case with a bracket, there will be two items matched up with each other. A majority will make the decision for who moves on to the next round until we have a winner.
Love it.
So, without further ado, we will jump into this bracket for our first matchup. We have Jimmy Neutron going up against Finding Nemo.
Mm-mm.
Jordan, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, this is one of those things where when you're a kid, you kind of forget stuff. And, before this, I completely forgot that the Jimmy Neutron movie,
Yeah, it was first.
predates the
Yeah.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm pretty sure my mom took me to go see this one in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she took me to go see it. But again, I really enjoyed the movie. This is going back on memory, to be fair. I haven't seen the movie since it came out. And this is
Yeah,
also one
been a
of the
minute.
ones that I don't pop in all the time. So I would be lying if I said Jimmy Neutron over Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is a staple that I continue to go back to and watch all the time. I love the characters for Finding Nemo. It's uh it's definitely taking a win in this one for me.
Okay. Okay. Brandon.
Yeah, this one's tough. I've seen the Jimmy Neutron movie. Like Jordan said, it's been a minute. So, but I'll be honest, even if I had seen it yesterday, I'm picking Finding Nemo. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a better movie overall. It just, like Jordan said, the characters are great. It just has so many iconic moments and one-liners and things of that nature to where it's like it had it like Finding Nemo had a moment, you know what I mean? Like in pop culture, like it had a strong moment there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely got to go Finding Nemo.
Nobody cared about the clownfish before this movie came out.
Right? Yeah, the turtle, like oh
And what's crazy is too, like watching this movie as a kid versus watching this movie now as an adult with a kid.
yeah, with a parent
You
as a
like
parent, yeah,
Marley, like, yeah, I'm like Marley. I'm about to go find my kid, and he got a little disability. He
yeah,
definitely need my help.
right,
So I'm like, yeah, it feels a little different now.
yeah, facts,
Or Marlon, I said Marley. Marlon, yeah.
yeah.
We knew
I
what
got
you
what
meant,
you.
but
Yeah, I
we
know
were
what you
we
meant.
were we are gonna hope that you got there.
Yeah, I was wondering you to land that plane, but yeah, no, I give it like the desperation. Like you didn't get it as a kid. You was just like, oh, okay. He loves his kid, of course. All parents do. But then as a parent, you're like, bro, just think about your kid is lost in the mall, and you gotta find. You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that. Just the amount of
Not
fear you got to deal with.
and not only that, like this movie, it was the first day of school for Nemo. The first
Yeah.
day of school as a parent is already nerve-wracking because you're
Right.
like, man, I hope my kid finds friends. I hope they fit in. Like, I hope nobody bullies them. Like, of course,
Yeah.
they're all, 4 years old, but you're just like, hoping all these things happen. And then
Yeah.
for your kid to get lost on the
Yeah.
first day of school that's tough.
Yeah. It's tough. It's major tough.
Yeah, this was easy.
Yeah.
Um, I remember Jimmy Neutron. I liked Jimmy Neutron, but it's not it's not hanging with
Mm-mm.
Finding Nemo. That's just how it is.
I remember
That's
the
just how it's
show
got to be.
more than I remember the movie, honestly.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's
I think
because the
most people.
show had reruns and it was on all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie, would be on like every quarter,
Mm-hmm.
If
if
that.
even.
Yeah,
Yeah. If
if
even.
that.
Because
Yeah.
in the movie, Jimmy Neutron had shorts, but in the show he had pants, and in my mind he has pants.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
So
I didn't
yeah,
love. I mean, the anime. I mean, it was a certain time period. When did it come out? Early 2000s, like early.
yeah,
2001, I just looked it up.
Okay, yeah. So animation, I give him some slack for that. Wasn't great, and even for the show, it wasn't great. But I mean, for the most part, it was all right.
I think so. Like looking at screenshots now, they definitely improved in the show than they did on the movie.
Okay.
agreed. Yeah, the
Okay.
show looked cleaner than the movie.
Mm,
Which I mean, they had more time to work on the show.
yeah, makes sense.
Okay, okay. I figured that would be unanimous.
Yeah, it's a number one seed type situation.
Yeah. So, in our next matchup, we have Wally going up against Chicken Little. Brandon.
Uh, I'm gonna go Wally here. I think Wally just brings a different, it brings something different, right? As far as like, there was no dialogue really, right? Like it was very heartfelt. It was kind of because like when Disney make like and Pixar, they make shorts that
Mhm.
don't really have any dialogue, but you still know everything that's going on, and it makes you feel something. I feel like Wally had that type of effect on people, and it's a really good movie. I honestly hadn't watched it up until recently, just
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, because I was just like, oh, I didn't. I guess it was just one of those that came out, passed me by, didn't think about it. Then
It
I
was
checked.
probably, I think, it came out your senior year.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like
So you
I
were doing
wasn't.
other stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't really tapped into like, all
I
right,
mean,
what's
yeah,
the
to
latest
be
kid
fair, I
movie?
didn't watch it until I had kids.
Yeah, exactly. So like doubling back in like pandemic time, I'm like everybody's like Wally's ranked super high, blah blah blah. Because I'm talking about Up. I'm like, hey, Up is up there, and like, but Wally's better. I'm like, what? And so, yeah, I went back, looked at it. It was really good. And so, Chicken Little never really did it for me. So yeah, I gotta go Wally.
Same.
Yeah,
I caught Wally kind of late.
yeah.
I think it's a very beautiful movie,
Mm.
and Chicken Little exists.
Exists is crazy.
I mean, I don't remember liking it then, and I can't really, I don't, it's
Yeah.
forgettable.
When did
It's
it come out? When did Chicken Little come out? Oh
oh
four.
03, oh
Okay.
0
four.
looks like 05. I had to look that
Okay.
up.
Okay. That was a weird time. Yeah. Yeah. It was. I don't know. I didn't like that style of
Yeah,
animation.
it just wasn't, yeah, wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it didn't do well, I don't think in any capacity. It's not
Mm-mm.
like the worst movie ever, but like it is a part of the because Pixar was dominant in the 2000s and
Yeah.
it took everybody else a minute to figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
And Chicken Little is one of the examples of like why the 2000s weren't good as far as animation goes.
Yeah.
So,
I uh I realized, dude, the more we talk about like movies, especially like movies from the 2000s, I realize why I have such an affinity for going to the theaters. Because like I just realized, dude, my mom took me to the theater all the time. Like this is another one that I saw in theaters. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Chicken
guess
Little
my
is.
mom was just yeah, like my mom was just taking me to the theaters left and right. I apparently,
I
Yeah.
but
mean, that's an easy, entertainment tool.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
realized like in my adult life, this is why that must be the reason why I enjoy going to the movie
Same.
theater so much.
Same. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean this one's easy, and I have watched this one as an adult. Like I introduced my kids to this one, so I've seen it, since I've had kids. And in my opinion, yeah, it's still not that good. I mean, kids movies are predictable, but I mean this one was like just super predictable. Um, Not a huge fan of it as well in the adult life. Wally is one that that I do reference a lot, especially when it comes like you see, big people in America. I'm like, man, we heading right towards Wally. I'm like, people are getting lazier and lazier all the time. We about to be
Mm-hmm.
riding around on hover scooters pretty soon. We
Yeah.
getting there. So yeah, this one was pretty easy. And Wally, of course, had a huge personality. Like for him to be like such a little robot, he has such a huge personality. And I definitely enjoyed this movie a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. For the next matchup, and I know that for me, this one is tough. We have Kung Fu Panda going up against Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Ooh.
I shouldn't have turned this where I go first because this one is tough. I enjoy both of these movies. Like they're both very solid.
Kung Fu. This is the first Kung Fu Panda, right?
Yes, no sequels on this list.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
So yeah, Tai Lung, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure is the villain in the first Kung Fu Panda. The snow leopard,
Yeah.
voiced by Ian
Oh, Magneto?
McShane. No, I think it's Ian McShane. It's
Oh.
uh John Wick, The Hotel,
Oh, got it. Got it.
Oh,
Got it.
oh, oh, got you.
Yeah.
Winston.
Okay.
Yeah, Winston voices him.
What's Magneto's name again? And his name Ian too?
Ian McKellen, yeah.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I think I go Kung Fu Panda here.
Hmm.
I I enjoy both of these movies. I like off the top of my head, I'm a lot more familiar with Kung Fu Panda just because I've seen it more recently, and I'm more familiar with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 more than
Okay.
1. I've seen 2 more times than I've seen 1. I have a kid, and he saw the big ass strawberry on the cover and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need that one."
Yeah.
But I like both of these movies. Like in my opinion, they're both very good. But slightly, I go Kung Fu Panda.
Huh? Hmm.
Jordan?
Guess this one's on me. I will say I'm gonna just get it out the way and I'm gonna talk about the rest of it. I definitely reference again. I think me and Spencer always talk about it, and Brandon too. Just when you reference movies all the time, when people be like, "Oh, it's cloudy outside," I'm like, "With a chance of meatballs?" Like my choice is definitely cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Brandon's gonna have to break that tie,
Mm.
but Kung Fu Panda is really good. I enjoyed the first two more than the last two. In my
Hmm.
opinion, like I think the last two were not all that impressive to me. But Kung Fu Panda 1 was almost like it was like a nice, fun comedy action movie, in my opinion. Like it was a really good thing. But I mean, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, that one had my imagination going. Again, I seen that one when it came out. I didn't go to the theaters for this one, but like I saw it eventually. And then again, like I got to re-experience it with kids. And this one had my imagination going because I'm like, could you imagine if we had a machine that could, produce meat and food and just anything? Like
Mm.
no more world hunger, none of that. So like
Yeah.
I like the movie for also for the fact of that, but also the character models like having like super skinny, thin arms and legs. Like
The
I
head
really
was
enjoyed that
huge.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that look.
Yeah.
I love the way they use computers in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Like it's one of my favorite things.
They were like
Yeah,
just like tapping it and everything,
just
like just
whole
hitting
hand typing.
it. Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that is, it's funny to me every time.
yeah. And it's also kind of funny too. I think it's more on the second one than the first one, but the first one you also see it too. But like the different foods be having like different personalities and stuff. Like that's just it's just crazy to think of.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's tough. This is a tough one. Like Jordan said, with Kung Fu Panda, I'm not really into that type of. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I think the first couple had a certain type of comedy that was like, okay, this is doable for a parent. You know what I mean? Like, because there's some animations where it's like, this is for kids. Like, the comedy is for kids only. It's not really gonna hit for any grown people.
That's how I feel about Dog Man.
Yeah, exactly. Where I feel like the last two was like, ooh, this is rough. First two, and especially that first one, like hit to the point to where it was like, okay, I get what they're doing here.
and
And
I like the second Kung Fu Panda is my favorite,
yeah,
and then the first one is next. But
right.
yeah,
Yeah, it's tough. I'm a, I really believe Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball is one of the more underrated animated films out there. Like
I agree.
oh, it's very good. Like I
yeah, like it's one of them. There's another one on here that I think is more underrated and is a lot better, but I think this is one of them. So for me personally, I'm going with the upset here. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah. No, I think it's a better movie. And
I'm not mad
again,
about it.
Yeah,
again, we see it like, oh, I talked about like if that was real in real life. We see also if that was real in real life, like I think it was the mayor or the president. It was somebody, but got like super fat. Like everybody knew him
yeah,
as like that cute baby dude. Then he just got like super fat. I believe
yeah,
that would also happen in real life too.
yeah. That'd be tough. Resources be out the wazoo. But no, I guess the animation style was dope. Kung Fu Panda was cool, but it was kind of similar to the time period. Like a lot of people were doing that. Um, but Jack Black, I mean, he carried the movie, but
Oh yeah.
still.
And the villain was good.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
then yeah, I will give you that. Like the villain Tai Lung is a very good villain. He was
yeah, he was a
very scary.
problem.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
Um,
that first opening scene. Is that the opening scene he like escapes the jail like going up it?
that's not the opening scene. That happens in the movie.
Oh, was that okay, okay.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
it's what I like about that scene is, it was a prophecy that he was going to break out, and so Shifu was like, "Hey, go tell the guards to tighten up security," and Shifu doing that is how he got out.
mm,
So, yeah, and it was like that's the destiny. Like Tai Lung is coming. That's what it's going to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
And yeah, Shifu's actions ensured that, even though his whole plan was to make sure that didn't happen. So, yeah, Kung Fu Panda's good.
yeah. It is.
Um, okay. For the next matchup, we have Ice Age versus Up.
Ooh,
Jordan, what do we think?
oh, man,
Okay.
that's tough. Ice Age. This is a tough matchup. Um, I feel like as we've talked about ad nauseum, Up has one of the greatest scenes and opening scenes of any movie out there, animation or otherwise. Um, and we've talked about that heavily. Now the rest of the movie, good, but not wasn't at optimal level, right? Whereas Ice Age, man, people hate on Ice Age because they're like, man, why do they keep making Ice Age movies? I'm like, bro, it's really good. Like,
Is it because it's good?
yeah, Ice Age is really good, bro. Like people hate on it. I'm like, every time it hits, even when it's like, man, why they got the fourth Ice Age? It's hilarious. Like the little thing, little what is it,
The little
squirrel,
squirrel? Yeah.
bro? That's a hit. That's a staple.
See, no, see, I'm going against you on this one. Ice Age is whack to me. The
See,
only
yeah,
The
the
you
only
first
cheating.
one?
thing, yes, the only good thing about Ice Age was the fact that we kept getting to see the squirrel. I was more invested
Yeah,
in the squirrel
you
in
tripping.
his story versus every other character in that
You
movie.
tripping. The mammoth, good. The little weasel thing, whatever that is,
Oh, the little
Sloth?
hilarious.
sloth. Yeah.
Sloth, hilarious. The
Sabretooth?
tiger, yeah, saber tooth. Like those are that's a great ensemble right there. Then you're dealing with like like migration literally, where they're like trying to avoid this thing, and you're seeing different animals adjust to it and have their fam. Like it's a good movie. It's a
And I
great franchise.
and the first one is where like they meet the humans and there's like little baby.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh
I think that's right.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, return of yeah, they got to return the little baby. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think for me, mm, Up Up has a certain like Toy Story type of charm to it, to where it's kind of tough to beat. Um, so for that alone, I'm gonna take Up, but in a close matchup. This is like NC. If we're talking March Madness, this is an 8-9 matchup. This is a very close matchup here. I'm gonna have to go Up off the strength of you know that scene is crazy, top tier, one of the best scenes ever. And then it has a lot of really cool, really good moments. And again, the charm. You know me, I'm a sucker for that. So I gotta go Up.
See, that's why I like Up is I mean not Up. Ice Age is it's not that good.
It is, bro. You tripping?
Ice Age is not that good.
You're tripping, bro. This put out five movies?
Yeah,
Exactly.
something
They
like that.
made way too many. Like,
And that's the thing. We're not talking about those.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
true. That's true. I understand that they kept progressing with every movie towards more common stuff. But like, I know we're not talking about the other ones, but like these later ones they was
bro.
bad. Like they was bad, bro.
Bro, they don't just make stuff for the fun of it.
Oh,
This
they
stuff,
definitely just make stuff for the fun of it.
no, this costs millions of dollars. They were like, oh, the numbers show we got people watching this joint.
And
No.
that's not always a good thing. There are a lot of times they will, milk something a little too many times.
I'm okay
Right.
with it. For the most part, I'm
No.
okay with it.
They milk this franchise about how the Shrek franchise has become. And I
Mhm.
mean, I'm just going to me, Shrek progressively got worse. Ice Age progressively got worse, and Up is by far the better movie. It's not even close to me.
Oh my, all right.
Like it's not even
You just sucker.
close.
You're a sucker for that one scene.
But no, even outside of the one scene, like just the whole plot is just better. All the characters are better, even though it's only
Yeah, I was gonna
three
say
characters.
all
Yeah,
of them.
only like three characters really.
It's like a bird and a dog.
But I would rather listen to Doug the dog than to listen to whatever the mammoth name is
Yeah, you're tripping. You're
in Ice
smoking.
Age.
You're smoking,
The squirrel is the best part of Ice Age.
bro. That is crazy.
Like I remember, like didn't they even have like little shorts about the squirrel like before the Ice
Yeah,
Age movie? Like
yeah,
that's how much probably that's literally the best part. Like just give me the little shorts of that, and I don't need to watch everything else.
yeah. You tripping.
Okay. Well, even though I've been outvoted a second time, I would rather watch Ice Age than Up.
That
Mm.
is crazy. That's blasphemous.
You can have your opinions. And I mean, I think it has a lot to do with what Brandon said. Like the beginning of Up is again one of the greatest things that animation has done. But the rest of the movie, I would rather watch Ice Age.
Thanks. A
But
hard above average for the rest of that movie.
yeah, that's just me.
Yeah,
And that's not to say that Up is bad. That's to say that Up is mid.
yeah,
So that's
That is
just
crazy to me. That's crazy. You pick. Oh, we're gonna have people upset. Ice Age.
bro,
You picked Ice Age over Up.
bro. Remove again. Remove that scene from the movie.
You still got
And
so much
what?
other things, so
What
other good
else?
things.
What
because that's
else?
like if you remove that scene from Up and you remove the squirrel from Ice Age is a better movie.
No,
Absolutely.
because you still got the whole story of the adventurer who what did he get stuck over there? Like the adventurer who got basically stuck over there where he was at.
Yeah.
And so like you still have that whole storyline.
You're right.
And also to be fair, Up only got one movie. Again, with Ice Age, you get to see the progression of these characters. Up, you only get the one movie. Which I'm
Well,
surprised
I'm
they haven't had to come out with nothing else.
well, that has nothing to do like the sequels are not being taken
You're
into
right. No, you're right.
consideration.
You're right.
I mean, but if you're gonna go there, I mean, if it made a bunch of money, I don't think they'd be like, "Oh,
So
we're just not
I
gonna do
Yeah,
did
that's
this."
watch.
like Carl, an old man.
Yeah,
Well,
like
what else? I did watch. They had the show, Doug Days, when it was just about the dog and Carl. So like I did watch that. So you got to kind of see what Carl was doing after, you know, he came back and got his own crib.
mm,
But again, there wasn't movies like Ice Age was, and Ice Age is just they're doing too much.
I'm not mad at that because it's not like Ice Age 6 is good, but Ice Age, like OG Ice Age, like very solid.
yeah.
Okay. On the other side of the bracket, we have Ratatouille going up against Cars.
Oh, easy.
I don't
Brandon,
know. This is a tough matchup as far as like they both kind of
Life is a highway.
the only thing.
All night long. Yeah, we're going cars all day,
Jordan, you get to break a tie because on the record, Cars is trash. All of them.
bro. Ratatouille is
All
the
of them.
most overrated
Is it
animated
overrated?
I
movie
don't think
of
it's
all.
underrated.
I don't think
I,
it's overrated at
I
all.
think it's extremely overrated. I know a lot of people that be like, "Yo, Ratatouille, man, Ratatouille changed the game, man. Ratatouille's good.
I've never
Ratatouille's,
heard anyone say that.
I ain't never heard
bro."
that
Because
either.
we around, bro. I'm telling you, on the internet, they love a Ratatouille. They love Ratatouille. I'm telling you, and then they hate on cars, and it's like, all
Well,
right,
because Cars
man.
has a reason to
Cars
be.
is
No, it
trash.
doesn't. No, it
Yes, it
doesn't.
does, bro.
Mater, like, come on, man. It has a bunch of great moments. What are we talking about?
Cars is trash.
Cars is not trash. It's not
All of
I
them.
think I think both of these are trash.
trash.
They're
Are
not
you kidding
trash.
me?
Like Ratatouille's not trash. Ratatouille's not spectacular. Uh,
Like,
I don't see Ratatouille making it or whoever wins in this round,
They
it's
ain't
not
making it out the
looking
second.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Now I
You
will
don't
say,
know that.
I can almost guarantee
You
it.
know that. We don't know.
and if they
No, but I'm
both
saying
not
it almost
trash,
don't matter who they up against.
and if they're both not trash, they right next to the trash can.
No, they
They
not,
on their way
bro.
to the trash can.
No, they're not. You're tripping. Like Cars
Cars is
is not
trash.
trash. I can't speak for
Ratatouille
Cars
is eh.
too. I can't speak for the rest. But Cars, the first one, is not trash. Like that's crazy.
It's better. Cars 1 is better than
Yeah,
2 and 3.
the first Cars is the best
I'll
Cars,
give you
but they're
that.
It
all
is. It
trash.
is. But it is not the worst Pixar movie or you know what I mean? Like it's not the worst Disney. You know what I'm
Did,
saying? No.
did y'all ever play the video games of these games? I mean, of these movies?
No.
No, I think that by this time I was outside of playing animated movie video games.
So I played these like way after they came out, and I think I played it like I think I was working at my last job. And we used to have like a 360, and so they had like all these old games, and so I remember playing the Cars video game, this Ratatouille video game, a little random, but they don't really do Disney. They don't really do Disney movie games anymore, huh?
I'm sure
They
they do.
might.
They just don't. They go straight to Xbox and nobody
Yeah, like
talks about it.
we
We
wouldn't
ain't
know
never seen
them.
no. I ain't never seen no Moana game.
Oh, I'm
No
sure there
no
is.
Frozen
Moana
game.
and see Moana feels like a character with a like she should have a
Yeah,
game.
bro.
That's
There,
what I'm
I
saying.
guarantee
You
you
could be
there's
on the
games.
sea.
You just
Yeah,
don't miss. Yeah, you're not gonna miss out on that revenue.
No,
Uh,
I don't think I've ever seen. I haven't seen. Have not seen a
and
Disney
maybe they have
movie
mobile
video game.
games. I don't know.
I think
uh
that's what they probably moved to is mobile games.
probably, yeah. But okay, I think all right. So Cars is saying Cars is trash is crazy. First of all, the story very good story. Like hits home as far as like Route 66. I live on Route 66. I know, like, yeah, it used to be the main highway, and
Nigga,
then
you act like you fucking out here just
I'm saying
riding the
I
road too.
literally live on Route 66. That's
You
my
act
point.
like you really doing something, bro. You just said that like you a car,
Oh
like
my
you just out
God.
here up and down
Okay.
route, like you pushing these streets like that, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. This
It
is a movie.
literally does because it's the plot
No,
of the movie, and I live on the route that it's
Oh
talking
God.
about.
that has
The
nothing to
point
do with
is,
nothing.
no, I'm serious. Route 60. Okay, so where I live
So you
used
got
to
a
be a
so you got a
main.
sentimental value to Route 66.
Yes, because where I lived used to be a main point. Then they created highways away from it, so where you don't have to use it. Then the businesses on the street failed. Like all of them start going less, so they start becoming mom and pop shops. That's what happens in this movie. It hits perfectly. Like it hits home. Like that's true.
You the reason why these little mom and pop shops fail. When last time you went to one?
Me, that has nothing to do with me. This is before I was born, Negro.
Okay.
Highways came before I was born. If you didn't know, but my
Okay.
point is that that's a true thing, and especially out there in Vegas and wherever they were. Yeah, bro, come on, man. It's hidden, right? It's like, come on, man. What are we talking about?
The only thing now, okay, trash is probably a harsh word. I
No, it's
wouldn't
not.
say trash.
No,
I
it's
would.
it's a heavy, hard. Like
It's
that's crazy.
it's next to the trash. Like I
It's
said,
not even bottom five. Like, what are we talking about?
it's not at the bottom.
Dude,
But I
you're saying
mean,
trash. Like, what else is
Cars,
that's
there?
what I said. That's what I said.
Cars
Trash.
2 and 3 are at the bottom.
Cars 2 and 3
Okay, that's
at the
fine,
bottom.
but
But we talking about the
Cars
Cars
first
1
one.
is probably still
No,
Cars 1 might
no,
be bottom 5.
no.
I don't think
Absolutely
it's
not.
bottom five. That's not fair. I don't think it's bottom
That's
five.
crazy. I think
2 and
you're
3 is
I'd have
definitely
to
bottom five.
I'd have to look at the list.
okay. Elemental is Elemental better than Cars?
I haven't
What?
seen Elemental.
Elemental is way better than Cars.
What?
I haven't seen it yet.
What
Okay,
are you
you're
for,
smoking?
are you
You're
for real?
smoking. You're smoking crack, bro.
You think Cars is better than Elemental?
Absolutely.
Oh, bro.
I haven't
100.
seen Elemental, but I bet Elemental's better.
No,
Bro.
it's not. It's
Now,
absolutely not.
a movie
Oh my
that
gosh.
probably might not be better, like Onward.
Bro,
That's
there's
the
a
that's the
countless
one I haven't
might
seen.
movies.
not be
I
better.
haven't seen that one yet.
The Raya and the Diamond.
Right, the Last Dragon?
I think that's
Not
Disney.
better.
I don't think that's well. That doesn't matter.
No,
But-
it's Disney. That was Disney.
But not
This was-
Pixar.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay, but either way,
Raya's better.
no, it's not.
It is.
Bro, y'all are tripping.
I
Raya
would-
was not better. The best scene is the last scene in Raya. Everything else is garbage. Like, what are we talking about?
I might go Rye as well over Car. I don't know.
You're tripping,
I don't
bro.
know. I might
Y'all
flip a
are-
coin. I might
No
flip
one's-
a coin on that
No
one.
one has talked about Raya since the day it released.
No,
The
you're right.
only reason anyone talks about Cars is because life is a highway. That's
No,
it.
they talk
That's
about
the
Mater.
only
Bro,
thing that comes
there's
up.
people
I'll give
who
him Mater.
literally
I'll give
have
you Mater.
Okay.
Mater,
tattooed
I'll
that's
give
on
you
them.
Mater.
Yeah,
I'll give you
Mater.
Mater.
Like, come
But
on,
that's
man.
because of Larry the Cable Guy. Everyone loves that dude.
Hey, that's a credit
You're
to
right.
them for casting. So my point is, y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping. Like,
Okay. Outside of Mater and outside of Lightning McQueen, name one. No, name two other characters.
that's my point. I
The
mean, they're
problem
all
is,
cars.
I can't do that in Ratatouille.
No, I can't
Thank
either.
you.
I know the
Like
rat. I
I
don't
I
even know
can't.
the
damn
rat
sure
name.
can't do it
Does
in
the
Like
rat
his
have a
name is
name?
Remy. I think
Oh,
Remy. But
Come on,
like
man.
I
A
can't.
rat cooking. Come on, man. What are we doing, guys?
no, I
A
agree.
rat
Nah,
becoming a
this is
chef
ridiculous. No, I agree.
and doing some like, come on, man. Like,
Ratatouille is better than Cars.
no, it isn't. No, it is not. It
Jordan,
is.
you get to call it.
Come
You're right,
on,
bro.
Jordan.
I forgot where we was even at.
Come
But
on,
to be
bro.
honest, if I'm being 100% honest, I would much rather watch Cars than Ratatouille.
Thank you. Come on. Common sense
But
prevails.
that's I mean that's like would I rather step in dog poop
Oh
or
my
human
Or
poop? So I'm
lord.
like
yeah,
I mean I guess I'm just stepping my own poop. And it's like I'm good.
Mater, Lightning McQueen is better than any character or any of Ratatouille. I don't even, is there another Ratatouille? Who knows? No one talks about it.
Now I will
oh, I
say
thought you said everybody was talking about it.
No, I said, well, I'm saying the internet used to talk about it like it was like, you know, how the thing that's like not the most popular thing, but when they talk about it, like, oh, it's so artistic and groundbreaking for animation and all that stuff. Like, I never thought it was good. I've never enjoyed Ratatouille ever.
And I would like to say on the record, like I don't care about Ratatouille. I feel very little about Ratatouille,
oh I agree.
but I actively dislike Cars.
That is crazy.
I don't understand why we allowed the rat to continue to work in the kitchen. Like
Thank you. It's a
why
health
is it
hazard,
why like what? Just think about the plot itself. Okay, I will say, talking cars, stupid. Even more stupid. We
what are
let
we
the
doing,
we let the rat control a human by pulling his hair.
bro? You
It's a
know,
land of make believe. Like it's all
yeah,
bullshit.
it's all stupid. Like all these movies are stupid.
No,
Like
you're right. You're
my
right.
man's
A
house
house,
had
yeah,
balloons attached to it.
and he went across the world.
That
Like, what are we
hey,
talking about?
we that could work if you think about
All
it.
right, bro.
Hypothetically,
All right, bro.
I think that could work.
They would have
If
went
it
high enough, they would have popped, and he would have died.
well, yeah, but I was
He
just
would
talking
die
about
in
yeah,
general,
no, yeah, you're
anyways.
right. You're right.
And why is his house not like foundation?
You
Like,
got no
Yeah,
foundation.
yeah, like what are we doing? Like that's a mobile home.
Yeah. Now, is it now, so Ratatouille? It is that is actual food, right? I don't think
Yes,
I let me look it up. I've never
it
seen
is a
Ratatouille.
dish.
I
Yeah,
think I've heard that. Yeah,
I've never seen it. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty
This
sure
look
it's
like
a
this look like some white people stuff. I'm
pretty
be
sure
honest
it's a
with you.
dish. Well, it's
no,
French.
it's a yeah. Let's
Yeah,
say
I'm gonna be
French or
honest.
Italian.
That look not that good.
I think
But
it's French, but yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So did he make that in the movie too? Is that why it's called Ratatouille?
I think it's called
Okay.
Ratatouille because it was a rat.
yeah.
But
Okay.
anyway,
But yeah,
Yeah.
I
car. I mean,
I
you
don't
know,
love Ratatouille for the record, and honestly, I'm not super. I don't. It's fine.
Yeah. Only reason I'm picking Cars is I like Mater as a character and Lightning McQueen is cool. Everybody else in the movie, I don't really give. I don't even. It don't even matter.
Okay. Well, in the next round, we have Bolt going up against Monsters Incorporated.
mm.
Now, I don't think I need to spend very long on this. Monsters Inc. is running circles around Bolt, and you know why
Oh,
that's funny, but
whoa!
that's how
Don't
I feel about it.
don't even start, Brandon. Don't even start because
I'm just saying.
we know what this is. We know what this one is.
Monsters Incorporated, right? Like,
Monsters
okay.
Inc. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you don't.
Don't even
So,
struggle. Don't
so
even
you saying you
struggle.
don't?
I'm
You
just
say
saying. I've never been a Monsters Inc. guy.
so? You're a Cars guy,
That's
No,
but you're
wild.
not a Monsters Inc.
That's what I'm
guy.
saying, bro.
I'm
Monsters
Is
Inc.
that
saying.
what
kills
we're
cars.
doing
I'm
today?
saying. All right. This is what I'm saying. I've never been a Monsters Inc. guy. Right. I never understood why I got seven. Three sequels and a bunch of spin-off TV shows. Never understood. Now I will say the concept is great. The concept, making it a corporation and all that, I get it. Like that got me. I get that. But like, I never was like, yeah. Like it's the Ice Age to me. Like the way Jordan
What?
feels about Ice Age is how I feel about it. It's there. It exists. It's cool. But I'm not like, oh my God, Monsters Inc. Like I hope this franchise continue. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
This
Uh,
wasn't supposed to be a hot take episode, and here we are,
I'm just
I know.
saying,
all with controversial
Monsters Inc.
takes, I
ain't.
guess.
Because for
ain't
me now, Cars is the line for me.
okay, that's fine. That's
Like
fine.
everything going forward is getting compared to Cars. I'm letting
That's
you know right
fine.
now.
That's perfectly fine. My
And
point is,
that's not a good line because
That's what
everything
I'm
will
saying.
win.
no,
That's
no. I've already named examples of movies in the last 4 years that are not better. All right, Soul. Is Soul better than Cars?
yes.
I have
No.
specific issues with Soul.
No, it is
Like
not better than
I have
Cars.
very specific issues with Soul. However, Soul is better than Cars.
No, it's
Yes.
not. No,
Yes it
it's
But
is.
not.
I have but we've already I have problems with Soul.
It's not better than Cars, bro. But
I
anyways, um, in this case, look, I'll give Monsters Inc. the nod here, but I think Bold is good. Bold is
Bold is
solid.
fine. It's
Bold is
fine.
solid. But Monsters Inc. Like,
Bold's better than Cars.
no, like,
Okay.
what are we doing? What are we doing?
Bold's better than Cars.
Bold is not better than Cars.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's just not. It's just not better than Cars. I'm sorry,
Is
but
Monsters Inc. better than Cars?
yes, I'll give Monsters Inc. the nod over Cars. I'll give it. I don't think it. I'd probably rather watch Cars, but Monsters Inc. is good. Like Monsters, I'm not gonna say Monsters Inc. is bad. It's just one of those where I'm like, I just don't get the hype. I don't get the hype, but I
So
get that it's solid. You know what I'm saying?
okay. Monsters Inc. is overhyped in your opinion.
In my opinion, it's a little overhyped. It's a little like people hold this franchise extremely high, and I just don't get it. But in this particular matchup, I will pick Monsters Inc.
This is I did play the Bolt video games. Honestly, dude, I'm telling you, we talk about being gamers. I was a gamer back in the day. I was playing any and everything. So I definitely played the Bolt video game. But in this instant, I mean, bro, you go Monsters Inc. 2319, got the Scream, you got Sid. Like you literally have so many good things about this movie. The old lady at the was it the DMV place type place that was super slow.
And
Like
it was just work. Like
yeah,
she was
oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
yeah. I'm watching you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There was so many good characters in this movie. And again, yes, it spawned off other movies. And in my opinions, I enjoyed those movies too.
Because yeah, I know Monsters University and then I think Monsters at Work. And Monsters at Work wasn't bad.
Yeah.
The little show.
And this is also another one. I'm surprised we have not seen another Monsters Inc. in a while.
Mm.
But Bolt was a cool concept. You know, you got this superhero dog who thinks he's a real superhero. Again, I think I don't know if I mentioned this before, but sometimes I have problems, and this is a kids movie. I'm going to preface that.
There you go.
But sometimes I have a problem when kids go save the day. My biggest egregious example of
Yeah,
this,
we know, bro.
Godzilla King of the Monsters. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing right now?
I thought you were gonna say Thunder.
Oh, bro. Don't
Thor.
even, don't even. There we go
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
There we go again. The top five most egregious things that would that'll get me mad real fast is you let a kid save the day when they're in a dangerous situation,
You don't like Paw Patrol?
bro. I mean, Bolt is basically another member of Paw Patrol at this point. Like,
Yeah.
Bolt is Superman to Paw Patrol people. But yeah, you got Monsters Inc. in this situation, man. Mike and Wooly, is it Willie? Wooly?
Sully.
Sully.
Wow.
I was getting
What are you
there.
Wow.
doing?
I was gonna get
Mm.
there. But Mike and Sully, like, those are your work best friends right there. Those
James
are
P.
those
Sullivan.
yeah, those are your work best friends right there. Those are your boys. I need an office version of Monsters Inc. You know, like the Office, the TV show.
Mm.
Oh, where
Let,
they do like mockumentary.
yeah, let
Yeah.
me let me get an office. Let me get a Monsters version of the Office. That'd be good.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Randall would be in there talking that shit.
Dude, that will be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, um, the next one,
Oh wait,
which
one more
is
thing. One more thing. Do y'all think that all the movies we've named so far, do you think any of them will ever see live action?
Trying to think of all of them.
Because they can't really do obviously. Ice Age,
I think the only one they could do live action is Up, because all the rest of them are not people.
human. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Like Wally, maybe, but probably not. But yeah, I think Up they could do Ratatouille, but like they don't need to.
that
Yeah,
would be
no.
disgusting, honestly.
So yeah,
Yeah,
like and it would be a CGI rat. Like they would do a Stuart Little situation, I imagine.
yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah,
the thing is too in Ratatouille, there was a bunch of rats, remember? And I don't think people are gonna be too kindly seeing a whole bunch of rats in the kitchen like that.
yeah. But it
And
is France, so
oh, you trying to say France got
oh,
got
they're one of
rats?
the dirtiest countries in the world, especially
Yeah, Ali,
Paris.
I'm sorry if we have listeners
I mean, they
over in
know they
France.
complain about it. They're one of the
Also, like
worst pollution problems in the world.
we will say shit about us too. Like
Yeah, facts.
we ain't good here.
Yeah, facts.
What you talking about, bro? I love America.
All right, man.
Yes,
Make
yes.
America.
Whoa, chill. Oh my God,
Nah, I
man.
was just playing. What's the next one?
God. Okay, so for the next one, we have Open Season going up against Madagascar.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'm going first or not, but
You are going first.
okay. Open season to me is like what Tubi. This is like a
Yes,
Tubi movie.
facts.
Yep. No, you're right.
I already knew where you were
You're right.
going.
Open season
I already
one.
knew where you were
That
going,
movie
bro.
is garbage.
That's one of them straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Come out on a Friday. You're like, what the
Bro.
hell is this?
Because it really feels like a streaming service just made a dupe of a movie.
Yeah,
Bro, this
bro.
is like two dudes is like probably had a part-time job. They're like, all right, let's see what we can do.
Bro,
Like
that
open
is funny.
season is trash.
Yeah, Open Season, it's rough.
Yeah, overseas is garbage.
Like
Yeah.
I don't even remember if we have this other movie on the list. If not, but it reminds me of oh, I think we already talked about it with the fish with Will Smith. Did we talk about that?
We have not. It's on. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I couldn't
we
remember
know.
if it was on the list or not, but like, I guess we'll get to it then. But this movie, that mug is like a to be direct. Like
Yeah.
Like the thing is,
this is rough.
I can't even name anyone in
Not
Open Season.
one
Like,
character.
not a character, not an actor. No, like, I can't. I don't know which studio did it. Like, I truly,
Bro.
this movie has been lost to time because it's not good.
Bro. This is one of them you pass by TV, you see open season on it, you're like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
they couldn't even. No, I haven't even tried to even introduce my kids to this mug.
bro, that's
No.
a torture device. You put it,
Yeah,
you put
don't
that
do
joint.
that.
Yeah,
Again,
that
like
Matter-
this one, yeah, we don't even need to.
Yeah, Madagascar. We'll give Madagascar its flowers
yeah.
next
And
time.
I will say it's crazy they also continue to have more open season movies.
Did
Oh, I'm
they?
sure.
I just looked it up. I just had to look because we talked about characters. Even looking at the character's name, I still don't know the characters. And I'm like, I see open season 2 and 3.
Wow, they got a
I'm like,
trilogy. That's crazy.
That's
they let some
crazy.
14-year-olds like make
Well,
these movies.
And it's like, I guess kids don't care. Like
No, they don't.
kids,
Oh, Kids will run the worst movie you've ever heard of. They'll run that thing back 84 times.
and that's because they don't know any better.
There's
They're
facts.
just kids.
The
And so,
shows can be
yeah.
watching. I'll be like, bro, what? It'd be on her list, and she'll watch it. It's just trash,
Yeah.
trash,
Yeah,
bro.
this one is rough. Like I said, looking at the character's name, I still don't know these characters.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So I don't care what the other movie was, open season and wasn't making it out, out of no list.
I
Yeah.
can safely say that no matter what Open Season went again, like Cars would have beat Open Season.
Oh yeah, I agree. Brandon, yes, Cars is 10 times
Don't do
better
that.
than
No,
Cars is
no.
better than Open Season.
No,
I
give
give
him
you
that backhanded comment. No compliment. I don't want that.
Cars is an Oscar winner compared
That's
to
just-
Cars
compared
is
to
better than
Season.
Open Season.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
What's the other movie? I don't even remember what the other movie was.
Madagascar.
Oh, Madagascar. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
Yeah,
like
no,
that was an easy win for Madagascar.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think the only movie that like may have been a discussion was Chicken Little, and Chicken
Yeah.
Little still would have.
I would have picked. Honestly, I would have picked Chicken Little over.
That's what I'm saying. Chicken Little still would have cleared.
Same.
Yeah,
That was Chicken Little's only chance to clear.
Yeah.
That's rough. Now I will say Madagascar got some of my favorite characters in the Penguins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Madagascar, the first
them
one, the
Penguins
first
was-
two, fire. But yeah, we'll talk about it.
Was that the one? That's
was
not
the one they were
That's not
already
Africa,
there.
right? Oh, the
Uh,
second one is there in Madagascar,
I want
right?
to.
What's the second one? Because they had one where they they go to Europe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, yeah, I
They
think
escape from
in,
Africa.
I think, oh, I thought the second one was them trying to get to Africa.
I think they get there and they do because I mean it's called Escape to Africa. Oh, Escape to Africa. Okay, yeah. So they go to
Yeah.
Africa in this second one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
third one's Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
In the
right.
zebra, autumn of the zebra. Madagascar 2. I would probably say Madagascar 2 is better than one.
One
Okay.
was fire.
Yeah,
One.
one was really good.
Yeah.
In the last matchup, we have Shark Tales
Oh, oof. Okay.
up against Meet the Robinsons. Brandon.
Mm. I kind of foreshadowed it a little earlier, but to me, Meet the Robinsons is one of the most underrated animated movies ever.
I give Brandon. I
Um,
give you that.
yeah, like
I think that is accurate.
I meet the I showed my daughter and I was like, hey, I know you probably haven't heard no one's talking about this movie, but it is a banger. And she was like, after the big plot twist, she was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, like it was really good. It was really good. And yeah, Meet the Robinsons can hang with a lot of the most popular animated movies. Meet the Robinsons can hang with most of them. So Shark Tales, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Shark Tales is one of them history teacher rolls out the rolls out the TV during class and is like, hey, uh, we had a quiz yesterday. I'm gonna let y'all have a day off on some Shark Tales, and it was just like, all right, wasn't the worst thing I ever watched, but it was one of them like, yeah, this ain't good by any means. But yeah, it was, yeah, it
I
is what it
mean,
is.
honestly, I don't know if this went up against open season. I honestly don't even know which one I would have picked.
Oh, Shark Tales is
Oh,
better than
Shark
Open
Tales is better.
Season.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Okay.
would watch Shark Tales 10 times over.
Shark Tales is better than Open Season.
Yeah,
Spencer, you know
And
how you
I
talk about black characters like not being black. This is one of the movies that don't get mentioned by you because I
well,
mean,
I
oh, because
mean,
he doesn't start off black
yeah, like he's never a black human.
right.
And
because
Will
he just
Smith,
got to fade.
I think Will Smith is the only black person in this movie. I mean, not the only, but like of main cast, because I think Jack Black was in it. I think Angelina was in it. But like Will Smith it's Will Smith.
Yeah, I would pick this over Stuart Little. I'd watch Shark Tales over it. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not garbage, but the problem, you know how I talk about how The Secret Life of Pets made a mistake coming out the same time as Zootopia?
Yeah,
I feel like this and Finding Nemo were not far apart,
I
and
agree.
that was a grave mistake.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
look that up. Let me see. So
I
Shark
want to
Tale was
say,
2004.
yeah, like they were both around then.
I want to say yeah,
Finding Nemo was 2003 of May, and
yeah,
Shark Tale was October 24. So I mean, within a year.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
been a
was
couple more. Yeah,
too close.
way too
Too
close.
close, man. Like that was a mistake. They should not have done that. Whenever whenever the creators of Shark Tale saw Finding Nemo, they should have been like, guys, we're gonna need to pivot.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I'd have been
let's
like,
hold that
we
release.
pushing
We're
that
gonna
back
do something
to
else.
Yeah,
2005. We pushing that back.
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
too close.
yeah.
Now, did y'all see? Did y'all watch Meet the Robinsons when it like around the time it came out? Because I didn't watch it until
I
I had
didn't.
kids.
I
I Ooh,
I
go
think
ahead.
that it was a situation where somebody said to me, "Hey, this movie is super underrated. You should watch it." And I think I watched it before I had kids. Like, so I watched it as an adult on my own.
Yeah.
But and I want to say it was pre-pandemic.
Okay.
What year did it come out?
Oh, 08, I want to say.
Okay, see, okay, that lines up to my because I was like, I was out of high school, but I remember watching it was I was probably 19 maybe. It was like on Disney Channel a lot. And I was just like, why is this movie on here? And that's when I watched it. And I was just like, yo, this is like I was like, why is this so good? Like I was expecting to be absolute trash. But because I just hadn't heard noise about it that much.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it was at a time when Disney wasn't really making noise.
yeah.
Disney was like they were I think prepping Princess and the Frog, and that's why this movie just kind of like, yeah, they let it out, but
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
yeah,
This is Meet the Robinsons, like it is a really, I think, really good movie and
it's a
really
sleeper.
underrated.
yeah.
I think they should do a live action version of this. Like if they were like, hey, let's get a list of a top five that we need to get, anime did we need to get live action release? This one would make for a good live action.
I think so. I agree with that.
As you know, I don't think we need to make everything live action.
It's coming.
However, I fucks with this being live action.
Yeah,
Because to
Like
me, like
this
this
one
is a
makes
story.
sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes
yeah.
sense.
And it's to me, I have a problem with if the gap isn't wide enough, right? As far as years of release,
Hmm.
if the years of release are wide enough to where it's not top of mind, like this Meet the Robinson isn't top of mind, so you still had its time to do well, and then now a new live action
But
version would have time.
I think that just based on how, not necessarily how well it didn't do, but like I don't know that Meet the Robinsons is top of mind anyway, just
Yeah,
Right.
because it
There's no
wasn't a box office hit. But are you speaking to how it hasn't been long enough for How to Train Your Dragon to be live action?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that's too
you've
soon.
got How to Train a Dragon 3, 4. You got 3, 4 side little things. You got TV show, and then you're gonna do like that. Just doesn't make sense
Yeah,
to me.
like they've rebooted the TV show of How to Train Your Dragon at
Yeah,
least two or three times.
right.
Meet the Robinsons, there's no second one. I don't think
Nope,
there's ever been a cartoon. So
nope.
it's like, yeah, nothing has touched it.
So
Yeah.
Brandon, I have a question for you then.
Hmm.
Because I agree, there's been a little too much How to Train Your Dragon, but I'm pretty sure it was you that said that you respect that very same thing about Transformers and Ninja Turtles, like them
True.
kind of being around and available in multiple forms across years and decades.
Yeah.
So why is How to Train Your Dragon different?
I think the difference is historically, Transformers is old enough to where like we had basically it feels like Transformers is basically re-upping every decade, right? We had the 80s, boom, you put out the TV show, you put out the movie. Then in the 90s, you throw in an anime version, then you throw in a different version, right? Like they've started out that way, where they were throwing at different versions at you. Whereas How to Train Your Dragon started as this one thing, and then it continued in the same universe. Like it didn't jump to a totally different animation style. It didn't make a live action version 2 years from when the animated version came out. Like it's all been in unison for damn near, I don't know when the first one came out, but it's been almost a decade now. I feel like,
And the big difference is these are TV shows that are going throughout the decades versus a movie who that didn't go out the decade. Like they're doing movies versus TV shows. Because each one of those Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, those are all TV shows. They're not movies. And so I feel like you got a lot more grace and kind of wiggle room to kind of do what you want with different iterations of a TV show.
yeah, I think that's what it is. Like it established itself as we have different iterations. Like we had comic books, we had this, we had that. We're trying to train Dragon. Like, hey, this is us. We're making this movie. Boom, this is us. Oh, we did well. All right, we're going to keep the same story. We're just going to continue it through a TV show, and then we're also going to do sequels. And it's like I don't know. It's all in the same universe and same unison. It's like all right, and now to start over with the live action version, and it's literally scene for scene. Like watching that trailer, I was like, "What is the point?" Like I saw that I watched How to Train Your Dragon not too long ago. It is scene for scene that movie. I just don't get it.
Again, I we do not need a live action version of everything. We don't need it.
Yeah, it's
I
too
think
soon.
for this, it didn't make sense to me. I kind of get it. Like it's gonna do well. Like because How to Train Your Dragon is a good movie, so it's a good little copy paste. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary at all.
Yeah. And like I said, the twist for Meet the Robinsons, that was a good twist.
Yeah,
Also, my
Agreed.
boy, is it Lewis? No, no, Lewis, what was his name again? When he was a boy, his real name, the bowler hat. What's his name? It wasn't Lewis.
oh, it was something real,
Oh, Goob.
real. Goob, yeah,
My
it was
boy
so
looked
real
rough
lame.
as a kid, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
roughed
I'm
him
just
up
He
a little
looked
bit.
yeah. It
rough.
He like he
was
was sick.
yikes. Yeah, like he had something.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
sick, bro. Yeah, man.
So, Spencer, did you ever say
Goob.
what movie you picked? I mean, I assume we're all
Oh,
going to Meet the
Meet the
Robinsons.
Robinsons. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet
we
the
kind
Robinsons
of
is good.
it was implied with how not good Shark Tales
Yeah.
was. And it again, Shark Tale not the worst movie on the board, but
Hmm.
not great.
Right.
But
Yeah. I ain't gonna
okay,
lie. The fish and shark tail, though. I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, I probably would have ate her all up.
Whoa.
that is
That's
that is a
crazy.
statement.
That
That
is
is a
crazy.
statement. I
That is
definitely
a
would. I would have.
statement.
I
And
would
you're not the only
have.
person who feels that way. The
Yeah.
internet has made it very clear that they would have fucked that fish. Like, so yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah. No.
Uh,
Like that's one of the like I think the internet calls it a hear me out.
yeah, yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they did it with what's her name from Lion King?
Nala,
Oh, Nala.
Nala, yeah.
when she was
Yeah.
giving Simba that look.
Yeah, when he was on top of her, the
Yeah.
circle of love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Hear me
Yep.
remember
out.
Can you feel
yeah,
the
can
love
you feel the
tonight?
love tonight? Yeah.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Hear
But
me out. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. People shouldn't be talking about fucking cartoon animals,
Yeah, I agree.
but
unless
it's
it's
the internet.
what's old girl from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit.
Unless it's
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit.
That's probably who started
Yeah, oh
the
yeah, for
whole
sure. That started things.
because I'm at Lola Bunny had
Hmm.
some
Lola too back in the
fans.
day. You're right.
Yeah,
And she could hoop too. Oh yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, they're a couple. And then because for humans it kind of made sense. Like I understand, like I was there for it whenever we were talking about Shigo
Yeah.
and Raven from Teen Titans.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
I remember that time,
yeah.
but those were cartoon people.
Would
And
that would that be
well,
crazy of us to do a whole episode based around that top five? Hear me out.
Yes, it would.
it's
That
not the
would be.
craziest. It's not.
It's
I've
not the
heard people
craziest,
do it
but it would be crazy.
because I saw somebody do. They were talking about the girl from Kim Possible.
That's what you're
With the
talking about.
black.
Shigo.
Shigo.
Oh, is that she?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
her
that's
name? My
Shigo.
bad. My bad. I didn't know her name. But yeah, they was talking about it. I mean, it's
But
nothing
so
crazy.
what if we did one like non-human people?
Yeah, that's wild. Because again, if they're not
uh,
human, that's wild.
You know, back in the day though,
Literally. And
you was a kid though back in the day. You didn't know what was going on down there.
that's funny.
I can't think of an animal that I wanted to have as a
Oh,
child.
animal is crazy. Yeah, animal is
That's what I'm
crazy.
like. There
But
are
I'm
some
saying like
cartoon women that
animated.
yes,
Yeah, animated humans. Yeah.
So
like
then should we do animated humans? Like, hear me out. You know what? If people want it,
Yeah.
they might
they can
request
tell
it.
us
There you
because
go.
yeah, that's I don't see that episode going well. But who knows? Maybe
Bring Larry in that thing.
yeah,
Uh,
he would he'd have a time. He'd be
yeah.
honest about it.
Oh yeah.
That's all we do here. We always honest here.
Nice.
Yeah. But then yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, well, whatever. If they want it, they can tell us. And we'll go from there. So
Because somebody gonna be like, hear me out. The elephant, I mean the hippo from Madagascar.
Whoa.
Hey
What?
man, somebody
I've seen it. Nope, the internet has
somebody gonna go
Really?
for that. Somebody gonna go for that.
That's
somebody's about
crazy
that.
work. That's crazy work. All right.
But yeah. Uh anyway, we're into the next round. So for the next matchup, we have Finding Nemo going up against Wally.
Mm.
Now, I think that this could go either way for a lot of people. Like, I think this is a classic split decision for many because there are a lot of people who would consider these to be among the best Pixar films. I am going with Finding Nemo myself.
Mhm.
I enjoy Finding Nemo a little bit more. And I don't think that has anything to do with the like me as a child or me as a parent separation. I just I have a better time with Finding Nemo. But again, Wally, beautiful movie.
Mm,
Wally might make it to the next round. I don't know what y'all are gonna do. Um, and this is a matchup where I'm not mad at whatever happens,
yeah.
but I go Finding Nemo here. Jordan, what do you think?
So I don't know if this is a situation of like, do I have more of a affinity for finding Nino? That's a drug dealer version.
Nino Brown,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's a drug dealer version. Finding Nemo because it's like part of my childhood versus Wally. Like I was an adult watching it. Um, because I didn't watch this as it came out. Again, like I didn't watch it until I had kids. Um,
But I mean, you were a teenager when Wally came out,
right.
so yeah.
This is, and I'm trying to think. I'm trying to pick for like which is the better movie and trying not to go on nostalgia. Um, man, it's tough. No, I think this one's really tough. Golly, I literally don't even know.
Mm,
I think I would just based on. I'm just have to go just based on how many times I've seen it. Like I've seen Finding Nemo, probably more than 10 times. I would probably go Wally because I would feel kind of better. I've seen that one, the lesser of the two. Um, and that would be one I would like, oh, let me throw this on. It's been a couple months since I've seen Wally. Like versus Finding Nemo. I mean, we, throw that one on once a year at least.
mm,
So I would probably go Wally just in case. In this case, that's tough. This one's a tough one though.
dang.
Okay. Brandon, we have a tie.
First tiebreaker. Well, second one. I gotta go find Nemo here. I just think it's a better overall movie. Wally's beautiful. It's a good experience, but Finding Nemo is just so classic. It's the movie I would rather watch out of the two if I had to
Agreed.
choose. Yeah,
That's fair. I mean, I think that's really fair. I've seen it way more than I've seen Wally.
yeah.
Same. Okay. In the next matchup, we have Cloudy with a chance of meatballs going up against Up.
Wow.
Jordan.
Yeah, so this one I go Cloudy, honestly. Up is a good story, but again, I have better time. I laugh more watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. Like just the wackiness of that world outdoes the realness of Up. Um, yeah, yeah. No, I'm definitely going with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. There's there like I think just the characters themselves are better in Cloudy versus Up. But that's also not fair because there's not a lot of characters. But even like some of the side characters, like the police officer, Terry Crews, I think plays
Yep.
police officer.
Yeah.
Like even him and his son, like those are minor characters versus
They're funny.
Up's minor character. Yeah, and then even the main dude, I don't remember his name, the main dude from Cloudy, but even
Flint
his
Lockwood.
dad, yeah, even his dad, like his dad, I liked his dad. He was like, my son is a disappointment. He ain't gonna be shit. He ain't done shit. Like I liked the side characters more than them.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Okay.
the villain is just like a corporate dude. Like literally, the villain is just like a corporate dude trying to get money.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon.
I am gonna go with man. I literally think we on this podcast cracked the code on Up. Like I think a lot of people are living off that first scene for Up, and so they like if we asked our fans to rank a Disney movie, they like Up would be up there, I think. But I think we cracked the code on this is kind of a one trick pony for the most part. And to me, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is a better start to finish movie. It is complete for the most part. Animation is quality, and the animation is different, right? Like we're kind of used to that Up animation, right? Like we know what to expect there. But with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, like that animation was wow, I was all over the place, and for many good reasons. So Yeah, I got to go cloudy on this one.
Okay. Same. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Um, it's good.
Yeah,
Uh, there was no way around that. There was nothing Up could do.
yeah,
So yeah.
100%.
In the next matchup, we have Cars
Oh boy.
going up against Monsters Incorporated.
Oh boy.
Brandon,
I have to go first. Uh,
yes, you
Oh
do.
boy.
okay. Um,
Because if somebody's going to defend it, it's going to happen now.
Yeah,
okay.
let Brandon go ahead and
All right. Let's
yeah,
go ahead and
go
do
ahead
it.
and do your thing.
Again, okay, let's talk about key matchups, right? Characters for characters, right?
That's not a good idea.
Lightning
That's
McQueen versus
definitely not a good
Mater.
idea.
Versus what's one of the dudes' names? Sonny and what's his name?
Mike and Sully.
Mike and Sully. Yeah, yeah.
Mike and Sully. It's all day long.
Come on, man.
I don't know about
Brandon, come on, man. What are we doing?
that. I don't
What are
know
we
about
doing?
that. I don't know about that.
I know
And
you
again,
don't know about that.
and
The
again,
rest of us do.
and again, like impact, like again, y'all be talking about like if Monsters Inc. had a lot of impact, cool. So did Cars. Cars has a lot of
Mm.
spinoffs.
The Cars
Like
has one
Mater.
song.
I'm saying like
No,
extended version, like it
Okay,
has a
oh,
lot of
okay. Yeah,
spinoffs.
like the
Mater
universe.
had his own
not.
show, like, and I get it. We're
I
not
agree.
we're isolating. I get that, and I get that. But I'm saying if we're talking impact of Cars, I think
Cars
it's a
has a.
little
I think that Cars has more product than Monsters Inc. does.
yeah, and I think
That does not speak to the quality of the film, in my opinion,
I
because
agree.
we
I
have
agree.
said children will wear some shit out. And I think that Cars was as successful as it was because of toys. Toys will get a lot done. Toys generates a
Yeah.
lot of revenue, and Cars very specifically targets the toy market.
And
Hey
it's a
man,
Where,
basic thing to where it can be a lot. If it's a car, boys love cars, girls love cars.
hey man,
It's such a
like,
simple thing.
my kid has a Cars racetrack in there.
hey man. That sounds like a great business decision to me. So again,
That doesn't make the movie good.
I mean, maybe not, but I do think the movie held up as well. Again, soundtracks quality. Now, does Monster Inc. even have I know it's a lot of elevator
Yes,
music in there.
and it's fire.
Is
Because
it?
you said soundtrack. Cars has one good song.
One.
Uno.
I mean, it's better than anything Monsters Inc. has produced.
It's not true.
Now, Brandon, you can't even name me another character.
Okay. No, I can't name them off the top, but I can specifically describe them.
Well, okay, name describe one other car.
The older guy, the police officer who kind of is washed at this point, and he's still trying. He's a really good racer, but he has no traffic, right? He has nobody to chase down. He's just like, all right, I'm washed. And he was nice back in the day. Then you got the little mechanic guy who's out there, got his little shop. He got shut down early. You know what I mean? You got the lady over there with the doing the oil, the people doing the oil changes and stuff. Like that's what I'm
You
saying. Like
you didn't name that. That's crazy.
I just said I could
You just
describe
said
them. I
basic
can't name
cars. I
them.
mean,
I
it's
didn't. I
car.
actually I talked about literally characters in the movie. Now I'm sorry I can't name Randall and all these people. That's cool. It
Oh,
was.
so you know Randall.
I'm saying it was again. You
You know
have
Water
Boo.
Noose.
So you knew Boo. You know Boo, the little girl.
yeah the girl was cool. That was cool. And again, I won't fight for Cars being better. I'm not gonna say Cars is better. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the gap is not as big as y'all want to say it
Oh,
is.
the gap is
And I think Monsters Inc. is pretty overrated for the most part.
no, it's not.
It is. It
Stop
really
And
it.
is.
I think that may be what this discussion is. Like, you happen to believe that Monsters Inc. is overrated,
Actually,
and you
again,
happen to believe that Cars is underrated.
exactly.
There is a chasm between these two as far as quality. But also, I think that Monsters Inc. is appropriately rated, and I think that Cars is overrated because it's trash. And
It's trash. What do we do? We just had this discussion.
we did.
We
Okay,
just had this discussion.
I took my trash back.
I
It's
didn't.
not trash.
I know what I said.
It's
I
coming to the trash
said
though.
what I
Okay,
said.
well, hold on, man. You about to make me log into Disney Plus real quick. Hold on, bro.
Like
Like
it's
this is crazy. Trash is wild. Again, like yeah, I don't understand what we're doing here. Like
and just think about like there's also again a father daughter story, almost like a father daughter story for Monsters Inc. with silly Sully basically taking in the young girl and like
and
doing his
trying to
best to
protect
save.
her
Yeah, he's like doing his best.
from the monsters that are trying to exploit her talent, even though that's literally his job and he's the best to ever do it. And he
Right.
chooses to protect this human girl who he believes is a cancer, who he believes can physically kill him. But
Yeah.
anyway,
He's fighting against the man, the boss. Like he's literally taking
yeah,
risk here.
we find out that Water Noose ain't shit. That was some like, oh shit. I didn't know Water Noose was that terrible a person
So
who
I'm
said,
saying, man.
I will kill all these kids. Like crazy.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying,
no.
so I'm saying, man, it's
Yeah, that's
crazy out
crazy.
here.
So, Brandon, thank you for litigating.
That is crazy to
Hey
me.
man, congrats
Oh,
to
wait.
Cars though for getting out the
Okay,
first
all right.
round.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Congrats to Cars for getting out of the first
Y'all
round.
probably haven't seen it. Is it better than Wish?
I've
Is
not seen
Cars
Wish.
okay? Cars is
Wish is
definitely better.
Wish is Wish is not that good. They might be like, if it's a Thursday, I might be feeling Cars. If it's a Friday, I might
Don't
be
do
feeling
that.
Wish.
Don't do that.
That's
Like
that's
that's
a, I ain't gonna
crazy.
lie, that's a toss up. Wish is not that good either.
Wish is not good,
That
bro.
I assume I don't know how much that movie made, but I assume it was a flop because
Okay,
that thing did not come
let's
out
talk
well.
about it. Is Cars better than? Have you ever seen Strange Worlds?
I have seen Strange
I've
World.
seen parts of Strange World, but I haven't watched it.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely better.
Again, if it's better, it's probably barely.
Yeah, like I don't
Right.
know if we do a full King of the Hill game with Cars, for me, it's not gonna do very well.
You haven't seen half of the trash movie, so how are we gonna do that? Like, you know what I
I
mean?
like I
Like,
said, I think I've seen every Disney movie except for Onward. I haven't seen Onward yet.
it's definitely better than Onward. Onward's not
I
that good.
I have heard Onward is not good.
Yeah,
And
Onward is not that
honestly,
good.
I had no desire to watch Onward.
I watched it. It was pandemic times, desperate times. But yeah, no,
Luca, better.
no.
Oh, what?
Luca is
What,
better than
Luca is
Cars.
better than Cars.
bro? What are we talking about, bro?
Luca is better than Cars.
Luca's better
Luca
than
is
Cars.
not better than Cars.
Luca's better than Cars. A movie that like, you might be able to convince me with some time. Turning Red. You could,
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
bro,
Absolutely not,
I get down with Turning Red. I
bro.
I
never
don't.
Absolutely
That's
met
not.
like, I don't have a problem with
nobody
Turning Red.
like
Oh my
you, and
god,
I don't
they
have a
don't
problem with
turn
Turning
my
Red.
tummy the
bro!
way you do.
It had a
But you could
soundtrack. That's it, and that
you
was
could
it. Was just
maybe convince me that Cars is better than Turning Red, but you'd have
it's
to work
better.
for it.
It's definitely better. The thing has zero memorable
No,
characters.
I would honestly, I would probably go Cars over Turning Red, but that soundtrack was fire, bro. I like
All right, what about last one? Brave.
Brave is better. Brave is way better.
Way better?
Way better.
What are we talking? Yeah, no. Way better is crazy.
I
Cars
don't
is
Better.
know. I don't know if it's way better.
like
I think it's better.
like if
Which
you
that's
told me Tangled, absolutely. Tangled's better. Tangles is better. I'm not about to argue about that. But Brave, absolutely not. It's not
Brave's
a
better.
no. No, it's not because Brave and Tangled is two totally different.
I don't know. I might side with Brand.
Tangled is better than Brave, but
Oh, 10 times better.
yeah, Brave is better than Cars.
I might side with Brandon on this one. I might rather watch Cars than Tangle. I mean, than Brave.
Brave. Come on,
Brave's better.
man. Again, I named like 7 movies that are trash. And Brave isn't even trash. But I think Cars is better. So that's what I'm saying.
And I'm sure that there are a lot of people that agree with you because Cars have to have been successful in order to get the sequels that it did and all of that. There are a lot of people who like Cars because Life is a Highway is a fun time. But in my opinion, which you will not change because I have seen the movie, Cars is trash.
Absolutely not. How do we go from it's okay to trash? Like that's wild.
I have said Cars is
No,
trash
yeah.
from the
Spencer stood by
beginning of
his
this
trash.
podcast.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Spencer
He
didn't
stood
say
by his
trash
trash.
earlier. But
Spencer said trash earlier.
we need to do a King of the Hill situation for either Disney or MC because the opinions here are wild to me. Like this is crazy. But we can continue.
We all feel like we all have wild opinions. That's the show. You said
It-
Monsters Inc. is overrated.
yeah, I'll
It
say, but in this
is.
episode, Brandon got the wildest take.
No, I've literally I made a take and then I backed the take up. Now, I can't speak for Jordan. Usually makes a take and it doesn't back it up. He says so. I'm
This is
saying,
So, Monsters Inc. for the win on that.
yeah, Monsters Inc. for the win. That one got the dub. I mean, hey, but good job to Cars. Made it out the second round. You know, a lot of teams don't get here.
That is true.
man,
You know, they went up against.
stop it. Stop, bro. This is crazy. The
This
hate
is
for cars is crazy.
this is that little school that just happened to beat the one big school who's like at the bottom, but like, you know,
Yeah, like the school they beat wasn't a big school.
yeah.
Like,
Mm-mm, man.
So yeah, congrats to them though. But hey, this is where you welcome to the big leagues.
Mm-mm-mm. The anti small town and agenda is crazy.
because
This
Cars is the big school that's trash. Like
No, it's
that, the
not.
school is supposed to like that's the team that's supposed to be really good. Like everybody
No,
has all these high expectations, and then
no,
nothing happens. Like
yeah, man.
no,
They
they're
got that
supposed to be better than they are.
they got
Why
that
no.
aren't
six
they
Cars.
better?
eleven. They got that 6'11" kid, but he just played volleyball. Like they look good. Like
No,
they out here
bro.
like good on paper, but they all play competitive checkers
No, man. Cars is that small school that's just from around the way
from Route
that
66, huh?
people and people just don't vote for it because where it's from, and
That's
that's
the thing. There
essentially
are a
what's
lot of
happening here.
people. There are a lot of people who like cars. I am not one of them. I'm not going to take away from the fact that there are people who enjoy cars and think that it's a fun time. I just have a hard opinion that cars is trash.
You didn't enjoy Mater?
I did enjoy Mater.
Again,
He,
I like Larry
yeah,
K.
he did not make the movie not trash.
I'm just saying.
And
Usually, a trash movie,
cars,
you don't enjoy anybody.
there are some trash movies where I have like I can find some, positives in it.
Yeah, like Mater was just like you had to give charity to say you liked Mater. Everybody likes Mater.
Yeah. Everybody likes Mater. Mater, that's a good character.
That's
That was
because everybody likes Larry the Cable Guy.
That's not
like
true.
there are a lot of yeah, but like I don't think I have anything positive to say about open season.
Oh yeah, nah. Open season definitely by far the worst.
Trash.
So
That is trash.
by far the
That is
worst.
trash. This is what I'm talking about. That is trash. That is the perfect
That is
example of trash.
that is below trash.
No,
That's
that
rough.
is trash.
Yeah. That movie is garbage.
Yeah, like I don't like car. I would rather watch Cars 2 and 3 4 times before I watch open season
Facts.
again.
Facts.
But yeah. Okay. For the next matchup, we have Madagascar going up against Meet the Robinsons. This one is interesting. Um,
Mm-mm.
I kind of have to think about it because I enjoy both of these movies. And I think that I think I go Meet the Robinsons because that plot twist was good. I
Mhm.
mean, of course, they're both good movies. I enjoy them both, but I think that if I had to pick one to watch, I watch Meet the Robinsons.
Huh?
It's not it's tight, like it's not like a landslide by any means, but I think that's the choice I make.
I agree. I'm there as well. Meet the Robinsons for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
uh, I agree. Me the Robinsons on this one. Just keep it straightforward.
Okay. We have the final four. We have Finding Nemo going up against Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Mm.
Jordan, this is a matchup right here. Jordan, what do you think?
That's tough going first. Like I know what Finding Nemo is. Like I know the heart of that movie. I enjoy Dory. Like Dory was also a character like who I had become to love. And I really enjoyed Finding Dory when she got her own movie. That one made me really feel for her. But also the side characters. Like now I'm starting to get like a little more nitpicky. Side characters, Finding Nemo. Come on now, the turtle, along with his little was it Squirt? I think it was name. Was a little
Yeah.
turtle. Like I enjoyed those characters. I mean, it's it's tough because also in Cloudy. I mean, I talked about all the characters in Cloudy as well. Oh man, I don't know. Is this a nostalgia trap again? Like I feel like they keep trying to get me with the trap.
Mm.
And sometimes, you fall for the trap. I'm gonna go find a Nemo on this one.
Okay,
Mm. Mm.
Brandon.
I gotta be honest here. If you sat both movies in front of me and you said, "All right, Brandon, this is the last movie you can watch," and I will be honest, I would pick Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for enjoyment purposes only. I think it's a more fun movie to watch.
Yep, I
I
agree.
do, I do enjoy Finding Nemo. It's cool, but enjoyment wise, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I just had more fun with that movie. I'm gonna just, I gotta go with what's fun to me, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay, okay. So, gentlemen, what we have here is a classic example of an upset
Ooh,
because I am picking Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs
hey,
today. Um,
wow.
I enjoy both of these movies, but I think I can confidently say, like, I enjoy Cloudy more
Hmm.
than Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
Again, pretty tight. Like, it's not super, like, it's not a landslide. It's not super far. There's not a huge gap there. But if I had to pick one to watch, I would rather watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And I think a lot of that has to do with the cast.
yeah,
I like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs cast way more than I like Finding Nemo's cast.
yeah.
Um, and that cast and performance.
Hmm.
Uh,
Wow.
with a Oklahoma native, will he go all the way?
We'll
Yeah,
see.
that's crazy. This is like San Diego State made the championship. Like, it's just like you didn't see that coming.
And that is why, again, that's why Shrek and The Incredible, like they're not,
Yeah,
we're not talking about them today
right. Agreed.
because yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
This is interesting. Uh, because I did not vote for Cloudy in the first round, but
right.
here we are.
Yeah, that's true.
On the other side of the bracket, we have Monsters Inc. and Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah,
Brandon, that's on you.
yeah. You know what time I'm on. Meet the Robinsons easily. Meet the Robinsons has just plot is better, like point blank. The story is better. Now Monsters Inc. might have better like multitude, like the amount of real of quality side characters. I'll give it to Monsters Inc. But I think like Monsters Inc. Or I'm sorry, Meet the Robinsons just had it hits a little harder with the main characters we stay with. Um, and again, that plot twist, you just it's hard to overtake that. And again, I always say it's the most underrated movie, animated movie I've seen out there. So me personally, Meet the Robinsons.
I would agree. I think it's I think as far as being underrated, Meet the Robinsons is number one.
Yeah,
As far as like the way that it is viewed and the quality of the movie itself, like the fact that nobody talks about it and it's really good.
right.
So I think that it is definitely the most underrated animated movie to date.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm,
Jordan has to break a tie because I am choosing Monsters Incorporated.
It's crazy.
It is not crazy. So, Jordan, with that, what do you have for us?
You know, I feel like I'm a corporate guy. I relate a lot to Monsters Inc. You know, I see the issues in the big business. You know, there's decisions that I don't always like. You know, you gotta live with it. Or I can try to be like Sully and, you know, fight against the man. You know, there's that. But I also see, you know, these kids out here in these streets struggling every day, these orphans. You know, maybe they can grow up to be something great, or they could, you know, come out to be the next bowler hat guy. And I just don't know, you know, which world I would rather be in. Um, the plot twist on Meet the Robinsons was really good, and you get to see if they come out with a sequel, you could get to see my boy as the future self he's gonna be, Lewis. Like you could see the future version of him, who he became, you
Hmm.
know, Ultimate Lewis 10, you know, Ben 10, whatever you want to, whatever he wants to be considered. You know, we could get that version of him. Monsters Inc. You know, we seen him at his height. You know, we seen him, you know, get to where he got, and then we went backwards in time with him. We got to spend a lot more time with Sully than we did with Lewis. And in this instance, I'm going with Monsters Inc.
Question. Before we call that, um, are you using more than Monsters Inc. to make that decision?
No, I'm going strictly. I know. I mentioned we got to see Sully, you know, before then. I'm going strictly based on the movie and all the characters I enjoyed more in Monsters Inc. versus all of the characters in Meet the Robinsons. Because of course, Lewis and uh,
Hmm.
what his son, I don't remember the son's actual name, but the kid with
Oh,
the black hair, like I enjoyed those two together.
Oh yeah.
Even, but then outside of like those two, I mean, you really just have the bowler hat guy. While on Monsters Inc., you have a bigger crew that I become more familiar with and more characters that I actually care about. And so that's kind of how I got to my decision.
mm,
Okay. Okay. I support it, obviously. But that that may have been, well, for me, that was probably the second. No, that may have been the tightest matchup. I don't know.
mm,
Like that one was, yeah. I don't know. That was really hard.
Yeah, I do think we need to spend more time in the world of Meet the Robinsons. Like it's been far too long. We they got to figure out something. And I assume this was a major flop. Why we never got to see anything.
Yeah, I don't know if major flop, but I think as far as like Disney is concerned, it was a flop. Like they didn't get what they expected for it,
yeah, opening
but
weekend probably. Yeah,
it's a cult classic easily.
yeah, yeah, 100%. And I mean, it came out at a time where like if it came out today, it might not make crazy numbers, but like it would have made up its numbers with like streaming services. Whereas at the time, it just didn't have. You put it on Disney Channel, you put it on, you know, a couple channels, and hope people like it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I think they must not have made their money back not to do this
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, and I'm not. Is it '07 or '08?
Looks like
I wouldn't be surprised.
2007.
Okay.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it was 2008, there were some bangers coming out in 2008, but in 2007, I don't know if there was anything else that like got in the way.
Yeah.
So because I just looked it up, you know, Google's always throws those questions out there. I guess the film had a budget of 150 million. In box office, they made less than 170 million.
Yeah, so I
Mm,
think as far as Disney is concerned, that's not a success. Like they only made 20 million on it. That's not enough for Disney.
yeah.
Like their expectations are much higher than that. And so, yeah, I'm sure as far as Disney is concerned, they were like, all right, that was unsuccessful. Let's move on.
Mm,
Yeah. Again, absolutely has a cult following at this point.
Hey man,
yeah.
who made open season? Is this
I hope it wasn't
okay.
DreamWorks.
Let me look this up, man. Who made Open Season? This
I
is
Nickelodeon.
I hope it wasn't
bro, don't
DreamWorks.
even say Nickelodeon. Looks like distributed by Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures, Universal Pictures.
It was Sony Pictures?
Sony makes
Yes, I guess
sense.
so.
Okay. Uh, because
So Sony Animation ain't what it is today.
Yeah, that's
yeah, because Sony Anima when I think of Sony Animation, I think of like Garfield.
Yeah.
Angry Birds is pretty good, but I think Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is Sony.
I think you're right.
So they have some hitters, but they have some miss because Hotel Transylvania, I think, is Sony too.
you
Yeah, that's
know, I've
bangers.
never seen any of the Hotel Transylvania movies.
Yo,
What?
you need to fix that.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
tap in,
I don't
brother.
know. I've never
You
seen any
gotta
of them.
tap in. All of them
Even my
hitters,
kids, they never watched it. So
You need to fix that right now.
bro.
Like that's
All of them hitters.
and that's a good like I think Peacock gets it for Halloween. So that's a good
Yeah, that's on Disney
uh
Plus too.
oh yeah, because Disney Plus has
Randomly.
everything. I think it was on
Yeah.
Hulu, and that's why Disney Plus
Yeah.
has it.
Yeah.
okay, I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out. Yeah, I've never seen
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
really
fix
good.
that.
I'm
Like,
not
yeah.
even y'all know, I'm not even an Adam Sandler guy. Those are one of
Honestly,
his bangers.
yeah, like any animated movie with Saturday Night Live people is really good.
Yeah, yeah,
Because Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Saturday Night Live.
yeah.
Uh, again, I love Angry Birds, and
Mm.
that's Saturday Night Live. Um,
uh
same with Hotel Transylvania.
I'm gonna give y'all
Same with Madagascar, I think.
one movie before we get to the finals. I think one movie that can go toe to toe for worse than Open Season is Over the Hedge.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
Like that's a DreamWorks one. Over the
I
Hedge is
think
like right there with them.
I think in my head those are the same bad movie.
yeah. Bro, it was a time period where we was getting the same plot for a few of these. And I use honest to God, if you would have named a few of these, I'd have been like, that's the same movie.
Oh, they came out so Over the Hedge came out in May 2006 and Open Season came out in September 2006.
Yeah, bro. Like I would have been like, that's the same movie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can go toe to toe
Matter
for
of
a little
fact, yeah, like
worse.
thinking about like the trash that movie was, I don't know which movie I have in my head
Yeah,
for which one is the trash ass movie I remember seeing.
yeah.
Oh, they both bad.
Yes. Um, matter of fact, that may be why I thought Open Season was DreamWorks because Over the Hedge is DreamWorks.
Mm, gotcha.
So yeah, they're just the same. They're just one conglomerate bad movie in my head.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Who did the Smurf movies?
That sounds
Oh,
like Paramount or somebody.
yeah, I would probably say that too.
I think
Uh,
Paramount and Sony are together because I feel like all of the well, I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
who.
Smirch is Sony as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah, because
also a bad movie, which I don't know why they come rebooting it again. I'm like,
Well, the Smurfs is kind of in that same
it's kind of like
yeah,
Transformers.
Trolls.
Yeah, like it's been around forever, and so they can
Yeah,
kind of always have something going, and it's fine
I think they're
yeah,
because
making a
they have
movie to keep the
nostalgia.
IP. I think they're making a movie to keep the IP. There's no way they
Yeah,
should be coming out with this movie. Like they must have something where they got to come out with something every few years
yeah.
to like keep the contract, like or
that's
keep the IP.
that's probably true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I see that.
again, yeah, Smurfs is just one. I mean, same like Garfield. Like it's just one of those like
Yep.
old ass things that they.
Again, they got to keep doing it to keep the IP.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, they'll make a Garfield movie
I'm
every
I'm telling you,
15, 20 years.
that mug flop every single time.
Oh, every
yeah,
single time.
and yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks is that same way. Like
Yep.
there are some things they just bring it around town
Mm-hmm.
because
Another one that flop all the time. Alvin
yeah,
and
like
Chipmunks.
because nothing is ever
Paddington.
new.
Well, Paddington was actually pretty good. But
I've heard
yeah,
good things about Paddington.
Paddington was pretty good.
And the UK love that blue bear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, gentlemen, it's the finals.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs going up against Monsters Incorporated.
You know where I'm at.
Uh, I'll start. I thoroughly enjoy both of these movies. I think that these movies, like on this bracket, I think that both of these are in my top three.
Hmm.
But I think that for me, Kung Fu Panda might have been number one.
Mm.
I, and that may just be because, me and my kid
Yeah.
at this point, but I really do like Kung Fu Panda on its own.
Mm.
I go with Monsters Inc. I think Monsters Inc. is next. But Cloudy is next.
Gotcha.
So I love Monsters Inc. for a lot of reasons, but I go Monsters Inc.
Mm.
Brandon,
I think you got to know where I stand here.
we do.
Um,
That's why I went ahead and
yeah. I'm cloudy for sure. I think again, Monsters Inc. is a good movie. I get why people like it, but I'm having more fun with Cloudy.
this is a case where like whoever wins, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like definitely not mad about whoever gets the W here. Jordan, you get to call it.
Yeah. Wow. Put the game in my hands. Some people might say I might miss that shot, but some people say I might not. Uh, I will say I am taking a page, I think, from Brandon's book and going with the movie that I would probably enjoy the most, where I would probably get the most laughs at. But oh man, this is kind of tough. I didn't realize this is gonna be a little more tough than I thought. I had one movie in my head.
I'll keep going, bro.
You're right. You're right.
Cook, cook, brother.
The movie that I would probably definitely enjoy the most, and it could be the most controversial pick. A lot of people could hate us for this, honestly, if we went this route. But this is the route that the league chose, and I'm going with Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Not mad about it.
I think the silliness of the movies, because I feel like I'm a pretty silly guy. I like to laugh a lot. But the silliness of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball to me outweighs the story, the narrative, and the hijinks of also Monsters Incorporated. So,
So just to review the bracket, we had Jimmy Neutron against Finding Nemo, and Finding Nemo won. We had Wally against Chicken Little, and Wally won. We had Kung Fu Panda and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. We had Ice Age against Up, and Up won that matchup. We had Ratatouille versus Cars, and Cars made it to the second round. We had Bolt against Monsters Inc., and Monsters Inc. beat Bolt. We had Open Season and Madagascar cleared. And we had Shark Tales, or Shark Tale. It's probably Shark Tale. I don't care. Shark Tales and Meet the Robinsons. And Meet the Robinsons came with a W.
Mm-hmm.
In the next round, Finding Nemo and Wally, Finding Nemo. We had Cloudy against Up and Cloudy. We had Cars and Monsters Inc. and Monsters Inc. We had Madagascar against Meet the Robinsons, and Meet the Robinsons made it. In the semis, we had Finding Nemo and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. We had Monsters Inc. against Meet the Robinsons, and Monsters Inc. won. And in the finals, we had Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs against Monsters Incorporated. And our winner for the 2000s animated 3D animation no sequel bracket
It's the longest name of a bracket ever. But yeah.
is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Love it.
And it had to fight,
Yeah, definitely
honestly.
did.
Like it was a tough set of matchups for Cloudy, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. Like it had the hardest matchup, I think.
I agree with that. That
Because
road was tough.
because to me, Kung Fu Panda, of course, was a hitter. Uh, it went up against Up, which a lot of people do enjoy.
Yeah.
It went up against Finding Nemo, which most people are probably pissed about.
Yeah.
And then it went up against Monsters Inc., which more people are probably pissed about.
I want to hear what the Percivals have to say about this one as well.
Oh, I'm sure that yeah, they need to get on the Facebook and leave us some comments. Both
Yeah,
of
let
them.
us know. Yeah, absolutely.
Madam Senator, please pencil it into your schedule or
Absolutely.
have your assistant put it on your calendar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even Alexis, like,
Oh, Alexis going. I am going to get a text. I'm going to get a loud text from Alexis.
she gonna send you a voice text.
Yeah. I already know there's going to be a what do you mean? I yeah.
That's funny.
She's going to have some opinions and some feelings and that's how it's got to be.
I gotta be. Yes, sir.
Well,
So,
they know
yeah.
where to reach us, like you like to say. They know where to get at us, talk to us, and let us know what they think.
Yeah.
They're happy with the decision. They're not happy, mad. Let us know.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably like the least predictable
Oh,
and this
100%.
this probably had the most uh tiebreakers. Like this had the most split decisions I think of any bracket we've done.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, definitely was. I have one last thing to bring up. I just wanted to mention I put it in the Facebook group, but we had some great news as Power Rangers fans coming to Disney Plus of all places. I honestly, that was the last place I thought I would I would watch a Power Rangers content is on Disney Plus. Disney literally tried to kill the franchise at one point. So to think that they might want to reboot it live action, it's great news. Shout out all
So,
the Power Rangers
so
fans
is
out
that
But
what
there.
this
Disney gave it
is?
the best theme song.
Yeah. Remember, we
Yeah,
decided that.
yeah. Y'all decided that. But yeah, it's live action. Yeah, it's gonna be a
Okay.
live action show, sir. Yep.
Interesting. Have you did any deep dives to see like when it could come out or anything?
They said they're working on. So also great news. The writers of it is going to be the writers who wrote uh, Percy Jackson and the
Oh,
Olympians, which
like
is
the
a
new Percy
great,
Jackson?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
great,
that's
very good show, very very quality show. So that got me way more excited as well. So they're working on that. Probably Percy probably is either done filming because I think season two is coming out midsummer or sometime this year because it came out summer last year. So yeah, I hopefully they get to working on that. So it'll probably be like a 26, 27 type deal. But yeah, I'm excited because Disney Plus, Disney had Power Rangers for about 6, 7, 8 years. They put out some really good shows, and they also put out some of the worst shows in Power Rangers history. So it's kind of hit or miss. But in this Disney Plus era, I'm interested how they're gonna make that work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we will be there for it.
Yeah,
And with that being said, we'll never duplicate it.
always appreciate it.
and forever melanated.